What's happening? What's happening? So, what's today? Thursday, the 23rd, April 23rd. We had night one of the NFL draft, round one. We're going to get to that. I think we're going to probably do that last simply because I'm sure that's what y'all care about the most and don't really care about the playoff games. But we definitely going to get to that because it's still the playoffs. It's still basketball, and I'm still always gonna be basketball over football. Um, First game of the night tonight was the game of the night, so we're gonna get to that last. Usually we go in order, but we're gonna go backwards because the dud of the night was the fucking Nuggets. Fucking soggy ass Nuggets tonight. Got their ass ate the fuck up. Is what they did. J Mac talked all that shit, and he backed it the fuck up. So salute to Jaden McDaniels, man. Cause not only did he the one talking the shit, and so this morning I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what Ant feel about this shit? Even though I really know what Ant feel about it, because if you ask Ant who his favorite player is in the world, he'll tell you it's Jaden McDaniels. And I believe him. I believe him. Um, he go for his guys. He love his guys, man. He's a great teammate. I think that's the best part of his leadership. He really fuck with his team, right? Um, but I was like, man, I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, J Mac talked all that shit about going at these niggas because they can't defend and this, that, and the third. I'm like, and you the one that's gonna have to back that shit up. You the one that gotta go get 30 on these niggas. Like, how you feel about it? What if they decide to start locking up? I'm like, J Mac can do it every once in a while here and there, but that ain't his forte. He the type of nigga that's gonna try to make you get 25, taking 25 shots. Um, but yeah, that nigga blacked the fuck out tonight. Um, he talked this shit and he backed it up, man. You definitely got to salute the young boy. 20 and 10 double double. Murray was ass. I tell y'all all the time, the way to beat Joker, make him a shooter. Do not let him be a passer. Don't let him get the team involved. Um, what's happening? What's happening? Hey, could I join? Hold on, give me a second. But I appreciate y'all for joining. And we talking about the draft. We talking about the playoffs. You got anything you want to add? Type it up. Let me know. I'll get to it. But I tell you all the time, the way to beat Joker, who is the best player in the world, but you got to make him score. Minnesota's beating him when he had 60 before. Um, he had, I think it was 27 tonight on 7 of 26 with 3 assists. Had 27 and 15, I think, but only had 3 assists. Like I said, they were the only dud tonight. They got their ass drove. No Aaron Gordon hurt, but this was more than not just having Aaron Gordon. This was the Wolves being locked in and ready, and Jaden McDaniels' teammates having his back. Um, Ant and Julius combined for less than 30 points. Ant didn't even play half the game. He played less than 24 minutes in this game. Gobert was big. He had a big double double and like 3 blocks, I think. Um, this was just a great game by Minnesota. One of the most impressive games of the playoffs so far by a single team, and arguably the most impressive. And I'm gonna tell you why. I heard this at the end of the game as they hit 0-0. The Nuggets shot 34% tonight. 34%. That is a season low. They didn't shoot below 40% all season. They didn't shoot below 40% all season, and Minnesota held them to 34%. So you talk about locking up. Minnesota was locked in, and they locked up, and yeah. So salute to them. Denver is in a must win. I would love to think they could win 3 in a row, but there is no evidence to say. I mean, actually, there is evidence. A couple years ago, they were down 0-2 to Minnesota, and then they won three in a row before losing the last two, including Game 7 in Denver. But the same way I don't feel Minnesota will beat Denver in a Game 7 in Denver this year, Denver not winning three in a row against Minnesota this year. So I've believed in Denver. When did Denver win the championship? 23. Golden State won in 22. Giannis in 21. Yeah, I think Joker won in 23 because 24 was Boston and 25 with OKC. So yeah, no, I can't. Um, so 23. So that's 24, 5, and now 26. The last 3 years, I have believed that Denver could win the championship again. And who they get beat by? Minnesota and OKC? Or was it? It wasn't Minnesota both years. I think it was Minnesota and OKC. Um, they're not winning three in a row. So whenever Game 4 is, today is Thursday. I'm gonna assume Game 4 is Saturday. Game 4 is must win for Denver in Minnesota. They better get that shit done. They better make their adjustments and figure this shit out and get this shit done, or they taking their ass home. And them getting the third seed bit them in the fucking ass. They should have gave that shit to us. But actually, we good. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we good. At least for this round. What was the other game? Cleveland, Toronto. Cleveland, Toronto. That's the game a nigga didn't watch a single second of. Because of the draft. I ain't gonna lie, I watched a few seconds. But I think when I went back and recapped it, the Raptors were up 6 at the end of the first. Cleveland won the second by 6 to tie it up at halftime. Raptors won the third by 2, and then the Raptors got on their motherfucking ass in that fourth quarter. They beat them by 20, 43 to 23 in that fourth quarter to win by 22. Bi still ain't really just on it just yet. But this was a must win for Toronto to not fall down 0-3. So a very good win. I know they're gonna try to come out and try to tie it up, and they're at home and they play very well at home. So hopefully they can tie it up, just to keep that pressure on the Cavs. I still believe the Cavs will win in 6, if not 5. But yeah, Bi didn't have a great game. But when you really pay attention to the stats, and I might even go back and watch it since I saw that it was actually a good game until the fourth quarter, because I went back and watched the second half of the Hawks and Wolves when I saw that the Nuggets was getting their ass drove. I finished cooking dinner for my kids, had the draft on. As soon as I got done cooking, I checked the score, saw Denver was down by like fucking 20. So turned that shit off of the TV. Did put it on my phone. Kept watching the draft on the TV. But then I said I'm just saving my battery because Denver ain't got no fight in them tonight. And once the draft was over, instead of watching the rest of that bullshit, I turned on the Hawks game and watched the second half of it because I watched a little bit of the first half. But yeah, I saw that the Cavs Raps was actually a good game through 3 quarters. And then the Raps just got on their ass in the fourth, and I would like to see all of that, honestly. Again, I'm not a Cavs believer, and I did believe in the Raptors earlier in the season, probably like a couple months ago, until I really paid attention to who they had been beating. But I still, I love Scotty Barnes, huge Scotty Barnes fan. Bi and RJ, that's Duke, that's fam, them the little bros. But Bi has not. He gotta step up. If they're gonna win Game 4 and tie this series up, Brandon Ingram has to play better. However, like I said, he didn't play terrible tonight. What he did tonight was he allowed his boys to cook. Scotty showed up big time. RJ has been their best player in this series. They both had 33 tonight. I think they combined to shoot like 64%. 66 points on 64% from the two of them. They were amazing. So really it was just B.I. just letting his boys cook, you know what I'm saying? Because when you got three three guys like that. They're not necessarily three perimeter guys like a point guard, shooting guard, small forward. You know, a small 6 foot nigga, a mid 6 foot nigga, a mid, another mid 6 foot nigga. Dang, Taylor Rooks was crunked them motherfuckers. Is Taylor Rooks a Hawks fan or a Knicks fan? Because at first she was just looking like she was like pissed off and hurt. Oh yeah, she a Hawks fan. She crunk. Taylor crunk, man. Taylor definitely a Hawks fan. I'm gonna have to look into that. She was hype. Um, then they got that boy CJ. CJ on the post game right now. Let me turn this up just a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna get to that one. The Cavs. Evan Mobley is ass. He's weak. I'm sorry. I tell you, I'm a point guard and a big man specialist. And in the big man specialty, I can't stand a 4, let alone a 5, who don't rebound. 2 years ago, I thought Mobley was really going to be something. His trajectory was right. I liked him coming into the draft, and I don't even fuck with SC like that. But I saw his trajectory being right. Even though I do remember in high school, he got his ass given to him by Hinkerson. That white boy gave it to him, and that's why I've been a huge fan of him when he went on to Michigan. But I just don't like how he plays. He plays weak. He plays soft. It gives me LaMarcus Aldridge later on in his career. It gives me Amari Stoudemire when he switched from 32 to 1, wanted to be a shooting guard. Serge Ibaka, after he stopped blocking shots, got his money, wanted to be a shooting guard. What other power forward I be getting on their ass? Cat. Who else I can't stand? Jaren Jackson Jr. Like I just can't stand these dudes who don't rebound and don't consistently defend the rim and try to consistently get some money in the paint. But yeah, Mobley is ass. But all of them was ass. I think Harden was the best one, and even his game was like below mid. Spider's gonna have an off game every once in a while, and he can have that because he's earned it. In Utah, I would never give Spider that kind of pass. I remember that was my son's favorite player or whatnot. But Spider has earned more respect for me with how he's played in the playoffs in Cleveland, where he'll have bad games, but it's not a lack of effort. It's not a lack of trying to go get it. The way you can sometimes question what the fuck is Harden doing in Houston, in Brooklyn, in Philly. And Harden is the biggest reason I don't believe in Cleveland, but I already didn't believe in him because even though Spider's earned more respect from me, I still don't see him as a number one on a championship team. Which brings us to the game of the night. And how does that bring us to the game of the night? The Knicks and the Hawks. What does the Knicks and the Hawks have to do with Spider not being the number one on the championship team? I'll tell you. I love Big Body. I love Carmelo Carmelo is like one of my top 3 favorite players of all time. Love Melo to death. That's my guy. Everybody's got their PJs on. I think it was either last year or the year before I gave it up. Brunson is the king of New York. He the king of New York. And if he win one championship, he will be the greatest Knick of all time. Which is another segue to something else that I teased y'all the other night. If you can guess what that is, I got something for you. I teased y'all on a video the other night about something that I just said. I'm not going to repeat what I just said. Because, hey, I don't want to have to give it to you. But I will gift you if you can tell me what I'm talking about. Love Brunson. Love Big Body. He's too small to be the number one on the championship team. The Knicks should win the East. Said that before the season, coming into it, said it throughout the season, said it all the way up until I saw that Jason Tatum got some kind of bionic fucking knee, and he's fucking here. And the Celtics probably won't get beat by nobody in the East, or nobody for that matter, other than the Thunder, which we got to get to that a little bit later too. But the Knicks can still get them. If the Knicks at their best, they can still come out the East. They can't win a championship though because Cat won't be number one. Now we're not dissing or shitting on Cat tonight because Towns played big. He did his thing. I want more than 21 points. I told you that, Cat. I need 25 plus a night from you. And really against this Hawks team, Cat really should be in the 28 to 32 range. But the 17 rebounds is exactly what we need. The going to the paint, that's exactly what we need from Cat. Love that. I'm not saying we is like I'm a Knicks fan because I'm not. I actually grew up hating the Knicks because I hated New York because I love Pop. Um, but I ain't gonna Cat, man. I be wanting to start up my league with the Knicks just because on 2K, just because I love seeing these old Knicks who I didn't fuck with. Um, the way they support these young Knicks, like the city of New York is just re-energized, and I love it because the older I've gotten, the more respect I have for New York as a culture, hip hop. I always known Madison Square was the mecca, even when I wasn't fucking with the Knicks. And always dream like whenever I do in my league, I want to play the game in New York. I'm usually with the Lakers, so I want to play that one game we get at the Garden. But shit, I be wanting to run one with the Knicks because it's like shit, man. As a coach, as a player, bro, the Knicks, you lead the Knicks to a championship, you forever good in New York City, man. Forever good. But oh, they wasted an OG Ananobi 29-9 tonight. They wasted Cat playing big. Brunson was good. He could be a lot better, but he wasn't bad. Um, but he was solid. He was solid. But still, when OG gets 29-9, you're not supposed to lose. When Cat gets 20 plus and 17 rebounds, you're not supposed to lose. Especially when Brunson still plays well. You're not supposed to lose. But you want to know why they lost? Because Mike Brown, potato head, goofy looking ass, only played Jose Alvarado 6 minutes. What the fuck is that about? You niggas don't deserve to win. You only playing my nigga Jose 6 minutes, bro. That shit is ridiculous. That shit is crazy. But even above that, I'm not gonna get on Josh Hart. I'm not gonna get on Josh. I think Josh might have had 2 points, but he had like 9 rebounds, 6 assists, some shit. Josh was Josh. Now Jalen had his best game of the series. He had been struggling, and that's Josh's assignment. But Jalen is gonna get off eventually. Duke in the NBA. However, the Knicks have now lost 2 games by combined 2 points. Mikal Bridges has been garbage juice on a 115-degree day with a bitch that ain't bathed in 3 weeks ass. Mikal Bridges has been fucking terrible. And Stephen A, if I just got an alert, Stephen A just posted something, so I'll probably go check it out on his YouTube after this. Because if he is talking about the Knicks on his YouTube tonight, then I know he gonna be raw and uncut. So the shit that he gonna say about him in the morning on first take is gonna be cool. He gonna get on their ass. He gonna dig in that shit. And Josh Jalen, y'all can't say a motherfucking thing about it. But I want to hear that nigga on his show because he about to light their ass up. He about to light Mikal ass up. Mikal Bridges right now. We know what Stephen A always says. I get so fucking tired of hearing Stephen A repeat himself. I swear this nigga got dementia. This nigga say the same shit every fucking day. And I think somebody close to him has finally called him out on it. I'm gonna take credit for that. I'm gonna say that they seen Jody say it, so they said it to him. Because now he leads it with, I know I say it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna continue to say it, bro. Nobody give a fuck, bro. We know you're right. You're right. 6 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges is fucking insane. That's why they don't have Giannis. But one thing that Stephen A has always said, he's giving him credit and saying he deserves his 155 million or 150 million. No, the fuck he don't. Not playing like this, he don't. I've always liked Mikal Bridges. He's an Iron Man. He was one of the top 3 and D players in this league, top 2-way players, because he was never just well, actually, in fairness, he was a spot-up shooter. And then I think it was Brooklyn he went to and showed he could score. And I don't know what the fuck is going on with Mikal Bridges, man, but New York City ain't the place to be doing this shit in, bro. Because right now, whatever the fuck is said about him, to him, he deserves. He's earned that shit. because he has been beyond a non-factor. He has been awful, man. Mikal Bridges has been fucking terrible. Um, yeah, CJ was big time again. He hit a game winner. Um, him and Brunson is so fun to watch them go at it because can't now one of them guard shit. But shit, they can't stop each other and they can't stop each other. So them niggas get buckets on each other. So it's fun. Kuminga was huge off the bench. I loved when Kuminga got traded to the Hawks immediately. Again, JODY on Facebook. Go holler at me. You can find it. Um, I said that was gonna be huge. I love the thought of Kuminga with Jalen Johnson for the future. Um, Dyson Daniels, he held it down. Now was cool. But a great win by the Hawks. A great win by the Hawks. And again, must win game four. Knicks in Atlanta. They don't want to go down 3-1 to these motherfuckers. These young niggas, they don't know no better. Kenny Smith said something this morning on First Take that I don't necessarily agree with, but he has a hell of a fucking valid point. He said what we could be looking at in the Atlanta Hawks possibly could be a new OKC. I thought about it. I listened to his points, and I said I won't say I agree because I don't believe they will become what the Thunder have become. But he has a very valid point. Jalen Johnson competes defensively. CJ is a leader. Dyson is a dog defensively. Like they're kind of built. They play great team defense, and they're kind of built in that mold. And I love Quinn Snyder. Again, Duke in the NBA. He's a great coach. I feel like he's one of the top 5 to 10 coaches in the NBA. Very underrated coach. Very underrated coach. Been great for a long time. Um, yeah, man. Knicks, y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Y'all better handle y'all business in game 4. Better figure that shit out, man. Y'all better figure that shit out. All right. Come on, man. Let's get into this draft, man. Telling my son to bring me my notes. Eventually, when I get better at this shit, I'm gonna start having like some shit. And once I have my notes where I can like refer to them, whether it's on the laptop, if I gotta start writing it down, I will. Whatever what case might be. That's just gonna make this a lot better, easier, and I'm gonna be able to spit my facts a little bit better. But right now, we're doing this live, we're doing it on the fly. We're trying to get some content out there, you know what I'm saying? See how y'all take it in. So I had posted earlier on Facebook first half of the first round takes, and then this shit just come on in together. Okay. And then second half, first round takes. So let's just talk about it. First and foremost, I've been saying for months now, at least about 3-4 months. Ruben Bain, best player in this draft. I don't. He's the best player in the draft. If I was running the Raiders, especially after I signed Kirk Cousins, who I've always loved, Eagles fan, but also Colts fan. Always wanted Andrew Luck. Yes, from Waco, Texas. Never wanted Robert Griffin. Shout out to Robert Griffin and everything he did for Waco and Baylor and everything. But I always said Luck was the can't miss. He was the one. And when I saw Washington get RG3 and then later on come back and get Kirk Cousins, it was so ironic because I was so high on Kirk Cousins while he was at Michigan State, and I literally said it that Kirk Cousins gonna one day take this team from Robert Griffin. I didn't know it would be as quick as it was, but hey. And I think Kirk can still play like at a very high level. I completely understand what the I was about to say Oakland. I completely understand what the Raiders are doing, and I support it. Mendoza earned my respect, beating my Hurricanes the way he did. We fucked him up, and he kept getting up. Like he a tough kid. He a fucking geek, but he a tough kid. Ruben Bain, the best player in this draft. And I'm not holding it against the Raiders because we know what they were going to do. However, I did hold it against every other fucking team that took an edge before him. And I think it was only two. I forgot to put this on there. I think it was only two. And that was the Jets at two. And that was the Giants, the two New York teams. First and foremost, the Giants should have took Caleb Downs. And as an Eagle fan, I prefer the Giants to have Caleb Downs than I do the Cowboys. I'm 39. I live in Waco, Texas. I love the Eagles. I hate the Cowboys. Put two and two together and make four. I know what the history is. Dallas, Washington is more historic. Philly, New York is more historic in every sport. I get that. I live in Texas. I don't fucking like the Cowboys. I don't fucking want to hear them annoying bitch ass fans. The ones I love and the ones I can't stand. Um, Caleb Downs to me was a top 5 player in this draft, and I just had a feeling that Dallas was gonna get him and or Peter Woods. Technically, can't blame the Jets. Technically, we knew that they were gonna take Bailey or Reese. I think the closer it got within this last week, knew it was gonna be Bailey. But I'm blaming them because Bailey definitely showed his ass at Tech. He had a whole lot of motherfuckers around him too to help him get one-on-ones. All that shit that the motherfucker tried to talk about Bane, he dominated everything. Absolutely everything. And I knew he wouldn't go top 5, even though he should have. I felt he would go top 10. I really didn't think that these people would be idiots enough to let him fall out of the top 10. But I think it was yesterday or the day before, I accepted that he might. And I said, you know what? Even though I'm cool with him going to New Orleans, it's close to home. He from Miami. I said, man, I want that nigga to fall to 11, fall to the Dolphins. And then what they do? They fucking trade they damn pick to Dallas. I don't even remember what pick Ruben went. 14, 15. I know it was the Bucks. I just don't know where the fuck they picked. He's staying in Florida. That's great for him. He's gonna be a dog in Tampa. Tampa got the dog of all dogs of this draft. I hate it had to be them. We beat them this year, and then they kind of fell off in the second half of the season, which we did too. So it didn't fucking matter come playoff time. But they had been a nuisance for us for a while. The teams other than the two New York teams that I feel they gonna have to see Bane is New Orleans and Miami because they should have took him. Miami took Caden Proctor. I think on Facebook I said it was my boy Maoga. I might have said his name wrong. I loved his emotion when he got drafted. He got drafted by who the fuck was it? Yeah, New York. New York took him at 10. Yeah, I feel like he the best lineman. I've always said that. Y'all gonna say it's hurricane bias. That's cool. I don't give a fuck. Dallas getting Caleb Downs. That just pissed me. That almost ruined my night. I know there's people on Facebook waiting for me to speak on my team, and I'm not. I don't got shit to say. I'm gonna say it on here. So, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell them if they want to hear me speak on it, come watch it here. But yeah, that was the first thing that pissed me off tonight because I expected Ruben to fall. I did not expect him to fall as far as he fell, so that did have me pissed. Downs went to Dallas at what was it, 11, 12? 11. They had 12. They traded 11. That's what they traded for. So yeah, that was crazy. Like I said, he was top 5 player. He should have never been there at 11. That's how I fucking knew. I said, fuck, I knew. I had a few genius moments. I told y'all for months now. Ty Simpson is going in the first round. I heard Delaney whatever his name is, the corner that went to Kansas City. I heard him say they told him they wanted to keep it on the low and they didn't want nobody to know and they was doing what they was doing. And I believe him because I know that's how Andy and them move and that's the smart way. You know, they don't want to give none of these insiders no info and boom, make a move and boom, there it go. And I think my son was afraid that Reese was about to fall to him when they made that trade. I said, hell no. Reese doesn't feel the need for the Chiefs as much as the corner. So I knew that they would take the corner. I felt coming into the draft they would get him. I guess they must have felt that they needed to trade up to get him. I don't think they needed to, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm glad they didn't get Bain, but they got somebody later on that pissed me off. We'll get to that. Go ahead.
I feel like the Chiefs had to trade up because, like I've been saying this for months now. I feel like the Saints would have, like, they weren't letting him, D-Lane lead.
Who did New Orleans take?
They took
Didn't I say who
Tyson.
they took?
They took Tyson.
Yeah, no. New Orleans was taking him. New Orleans was gonna take her because Louis Riddick has made me a believer. I love Louis Riddick. I respect Louis Riddick. He's made me a believer. That nigga Shaw, whatever fuck his name is, that nigga real. And New Orleans had to get him. They had to get him a receiver. So I feel like New Orleans, if they didn't go edge to have somebody fill in, like learn from Cam Jordan and then be ready to replace Cam Jordan, like I thought they were gonna do with Ruben, I was like, nah, they're gonna take a receiver. So nah, I don't feel like they would have took a corner. I know you said some shit about them losing corners, this, that, and the third. Like corners ain't that high of a commodity to go with that high. That's why Kansas City keep letting these motherfuckers go because they just gonna draft another one. You know what I mean? I really think what did Kansas City do? They traded up from 9 to 6. That nigga would have been there at 9 because Cleveland might have took a corner. Who did Cleveland take at 9?
They took Spencer Fano, tackle from Utah.
Yeah, and that makes sense. So I'm gonna assume they're gonna still take. They would have still took a tackle. Who had 7?
7 Commanders. They took Sonny Styles.
Yeah. 7 was gonna be 7. 8 was gonna be 8. Kansas City could have got that nigga at 9. Somebody scared them, and they felt like somebody was gonna try to trade up. I feel like that's what happened. Andy now just wanted to make sure somebody didn't trade up because New Orleans, Washington, Cleveland, 6, 7, 8. Them niggas was not taking that corner. He would have been there for them at 9 unless somebody traded up. I really believe that. But they got who they wanted. They got who they needed. And again, we're going to get to who the fuck they got later on. The Jets clearly won the first round. They clearly. I had Sadiq as my second best player in this draft after Ruben. Just straight up. And Bailey, I definitely had him as the number 2 pass rusher behind Ruben. So I feel like the Jets got 3 top 10 players in this draft, at least top 10. So shout out to that boy A. Glenn. He had a hell of a night. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do the rest of the draft, but honestly, it really don't even fucking matter because they got 3 starters. Who the fuck that quarterback? Geno? Geno going to be that quarterback this year. Who knows? Maybe next year. What you say?
This is the position battle with him and Fields.
Ain't no fucking position battle with Justin Fields. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, Justin Fields is ass. That nigga the worst quarterback ever. I'll take Jamarcus Russell over Justin Fields. Trevor Lawrence proved this year that Fields can't fuck with him. And I don't even like Trevor Lawrence, so don't shut the fuck. Just shut up. Don't have me on here sounding like I like Trevor Lawrence, because I don't. But that nigga's better than fucking Justin Fields. Damn, I wish you had Blaine's number in your phone so I could text him, tell him to tune in so he could hear this bullshit. That's alright, I'm gonna tell him to watch. Geno got the best pass catcher in the game. In the draft. They got an edge that was much needed. And who the fuck was the other person they got? I just said this shit. The Jets. Like I said, they got 3 top.
Sadiq.
I said that. The best pass catcher.
Oh, Amari Cooper Jr.
Yeah, that's what they got late. They got Cooper Jr. late, and I knew that. I called that too. That was something else I had called like a few days ago. I forgot to put it out there. But I said if Cooper Jr. falls to the Jets late, that they would take him. I didn't expect them to get Sadiq, but the fact that Garrett Wilson, like that is the craziest stat ever. Garrett Wilson led that team, and that's why Justin Fields is ass. Garrett Wilson did not have a fucking catch in the last 9 weeks, and he still was their leading receiver. That is like the most asinine shit I have ever fucking heard of. And Garrett Wilson, to me, which if I say it, it's a fact. Garrett Wilson has top 5, if not top 3, pure hands in the entire NFL. In the entire NFL, Garrett Wilson has some of the most pure hands. If you can't get that motherfucker the ball, because he also can get open, you're the problem, my nigga. And now he got Wilson on one side. He can put Cooper on the opposite side, which that works great for Cooper because he doesn't have to be a number 1. He can be a true number 2, and even a number 3, because whether it's Fields, who just is ass, or it's Geno, who just be fucking up sometimes, the tight end is your best friend. So with you having Sadiq right there in that slot, and then wide is Coop and Wilson, or one of them in the slot, the other one wide, that's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be perfect. We know they got a good running back. The offensive line is decent. So, and like I said, Bailey's gonna help improve that defense. So the Jets easily won tonight. And I kind of felt going in that they would. Like I said, I did not see this coming. I knew that if Cooper fell to him, they would get him. Of course, we knew that they would take Bailey. I did not know that Sadiq would go there. What number did Sadiq go there? 16? Yeah. The combine fucked me up, man. Sadiq was gonna fall to the Eagles at 23. Then he had to go to the combine and be a fucking freak. Bitch ass nigga. Damn, I wanted Sadiq, bro. But this was kind of written for the Jets. I love when they had the number 2 pick. I was like they gonna win the draft possibly. And I was just thinking of them first 2 picks. They traded to get that last to get Cooper, right? They traded up. I think they had a high second round, so they probably traded.
They traded up.
Yeah, which they were gonna do that to get Ty, or the Cardinals was gonna do that probably with Seattle or someone to get Ty. But I told y'all, Ty Simpson was going first round. Danny O, take a million laps. Take a million laps, Danny O. The 3 people that I respect the most when it comes to talking about the NFL, I put no one above these 3 people that I can think of on top of my head. Louis Riddick, number 1. Mina Kimes, number 2. Mina can be a fucking GM. RC said it this morning, and he's absolutely right. Mina deserves to be the first female GM in the NFL. And number 3, Dan Orlovsky. I wanted Dan to be our coach a few years ago, a few years back. Or maybe it was our OC or our assistant GM or something. Like, Dan Orlovsky knows his shit. He knows quarterbacks more than anything. And I said it throughout the season. It was easy to fall off of that wagon because of, Bama was ass. They couldn't run the ball. The offensive line was terrible. I do want to look up. I saw that they gave up 32 sacks. I need to find out how many of those were from Caden Proctor, because even though their line was trash, I do feel Caden Proctor was the best offensive lineman after my Miami guy. And I was ready for the Eagles. Once I knew that Sadiq wouldn't fall to us at 23, I was ready for us to take Proctor at 23. Over any other lineman. The Arizona State dude that I think everybody thought we would take. The Miller kid who was like an Iron Man. I think he started like 54, 64 something games in college ever since a freshman. So I would have been fine with him because, health-wise, I would have been fine with the Arizona State kid. And Freeland was actually my second favorite lineman, or my third favorite lineman after Waga, Proctor, then it was Freeland. But if we would have got Miller or the Arizona State guy, I would have been cool with that. But Ty Simpson he clearly had the best decision making, and he made the best throws to me. Like, and when Dan broke down his tape and he tried to let y'all know and y'all just didn't want to listen, it was like y'all wild for not listening to this dude, because I loved it, because it just clarified what I had been saying. And I heard Aaron, little brother, Jordan Rogers, he said it this morning too. Dan was like, I finally got somebody on this island with me. Dan, I've been there with you, brother. I've been there with you. And I said coming into tonight that Pittsburgh were complete idiots. Absolute idiots. If Ty got to them at 21 and they took anybody else, turns out they were complete idiots for not realizing the other thing that I knew, which was the Rams is the perfect fit. So they should have been trying to trade up ahead of the Rams. Pittsburgh should have been trying to make a deal with Dallas. Because, and if they made a deal with us, they would have made a deal with Pittsburgh. It's perfect. Him going to Pittsburgh, and then Aaron decides, I think I'm going to chill. He's automatically the guy. Unless they really want to see what the fuck Howard or that other motherfucker got. Which, if I'm McCarthy and I did get Simpson and Rodgers not going to play, I got to start Simpson. I got to. I don't have to, because I just got a contract. They ain't about to fire me. But I can't sit him too long. Him being with the Rams is perfect, because Stafford's the quarterback this year. We got every right to believe that Stafford will stay healthy. Last year, the nigga couldn't even put a helmet on until week 1. He was so hurt. His back was so crazy. And he went out and had a fucking MVP season. So, Ty getting to learn from him for this year. He'll be ready in 27. Matt want to come back. Learn from him again. He'll be ready in 28. Quarterbacks need to sit. Mendoza don't need to play this year. It worked for Patrick Mahomes. It worked for Aaron Rodgers. Let these niggas sit and learn, develop, and get and be ready. You draft them in the first round, you get a 5th-year option on them automatically. They sit for 2 years, you still get a year to look at them, decide on the 5th year, make it, then you get 2 more years, 3 total years to actually see them play. And that's if they sit for 2 years. Let them develop. But yeah, Ty Simpson to the Rams, perfect. Danny O, take your victory lap, my nigga. Dallas got a sneaky good pick. I forgot that nigga name. Yeah, Lawrence. What's the school though? Central Florida or
USCF?
UCF, nigga? Central Florida. You said USCF. Huh? That's a sneaky good pick. I hate that. That he's a pretty good edge. The Patriots. I think they got Freeland. Because I said one of the best OTs, or maybe it was Miller. It was either Freeland or Miller. Yeah, Miller went to the Lions. So I think Freeland might have went to the Patriots. Because I remember I saw, all I put down on my notes is they got one of the best tackles at 28. And that's going to be good. No, you know what? It might have been the Utah nigga. I think New England got the Utah nigga. Oh, yeah, Fano, some shit like that. No, but still.
Fano was the Browns. They got Lomo.
Fano, Lomo, same shit. One of them niggas. They both from Utah, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, same shit. Them niggas cousins. Tennessee. I don't think nobody expected Cornell Tate to go that high. I didn't even have Cornell Tate as my best receiver, but that's mainly because he was number 2 to JJ. A lot of people feel like he is a number 2. Well, that could just be because JJ is JJ. Shut the fuck up. I didn't even want to mention this nigga. But they did what they needed to do. Jeremiah Love wasn't there, but they still was able to get Cam a weapon. So they did right, and it was justified when Kendrick Falk fell to them at, what was that, 29? 31? Yeah, 31. When he fell to them at 31, it was justified because they still got an edge. Because what was that, 4th? Everybody like, why you didn't take Reese? First off, Reese ain't no edge. I saw, when I looked at Jahad Campbell at Alabama, I said, that's Micah Parsons 2.0. When I looked at Abdul Carter at Penn State, I said, that's Micah Parsons 2.0. Say it's because Reese is at Ohio State and I can't stand them bitches. But even though that's the case, I do respect their players once they get to the league. I got love for their players once they get to the league. So I don't feel I'm holding Ohio State against Arvell Reese. I don't see Micah Parsons. I don't. I see someone who can be a pretty damn good off-ball linebacker, a middle linebacker, 3-4 or 4-3. I don't see a dominant edge. I don't see that. Ruben Bain, dominant edge. David Bailey, dominant edge. Kendrick Falk, the potential to be a dominant edge. I don't know. And then tonight, that nigga looked like a wide receiver. That nigga lost too much weight. My son say he lost like 10, 15 pounds. I don't know how true that is, but I'm going to say it is true because the nigga's supposed to be like 6'6", 6'7", like 285, and the nigga look like he about 235. That nigga look skinny as fuck.
Got down to like 6'6", 273.
That nigga don't look 273. He looked like 273 when LeBron was 273 when he was on that shit. That's how he looked 270 when LeBron was 270 but looked 230 because he was on that shit where he could fluctuate his weight. Yeah, that Falk got to put that weight back on by camp. But Tennessee getting Falk late, that was a great pickup for them. That was a great pickup. Even though as a Colt fan, I don't want to see them do good. I love Cam. I'd rather see them do good than the Jags because I don't like Lawrence. Even though this year I did like what I saw at the Jags and I was kind of rooting for them, especially once I saw our season was over and once Danny got hurt. But above all, the same way I'd rather see Caleb Downs be a Giant, Sonny Styles be a Redskin, instead of fucking Caleb Downs be a Cowboy. Well, as a Colt fan, I don't want to see the Texans do shit. So I'm cool with Falk in Tennessee. Caleb Banks went first round. I predicted that as well. I said he would go. I actually said him and Anthony Hill would go second round, but they were first round talents, and they should go first round. Hill didn't. I think Hill gonna fall to Jacksonville. We'll see that tomorrow. I think he gonna fall. I forgot where they pick it, but Blaine had mentioned it earlier, and right before he mentioned it, I had said it to myself when I was looking at something, trying to figure some shit out with my notes, my pre-draft notes. I had said, damn, I should have put my pre-draft notes on here too. But I had said that I feel like Hill gonna fall to Jacksonville in the second round, and I hate that. But Banks went first round. Shout out to him. Minnesota got a beast. They got a beast. Chargers got my boy Messidor. That can be scary. He gonna learn from Khalil Mack. They got what's that nigga name? Taluta Tutu, some shit like that. That can be scary. I know Harbaugh gonna draw some good shit for him, man. Seattle. Two running backs wasn't supposed to go in this first round. Whether y'all decided to go running back at 64 or 96, I guarantee you would have got just about the same value running back as the nigga you took. No disrespect to him. He was everybody talking about Mike Washington. This Notre Dame nigga was number 2. I mean, I fuck with Mike Washington, I do, but it's just like Cardinal Tate. Everybody say number 1. Or maybe they say Jordan Tyson number 1, and I agree. I like as far as receivers go, I like Cooper, Tyson, and Boston. And Boston didn't even go first round. I like Cooper, Tyson, and Boston as my top 3 receivers. But the reason I have Tate 4th is because JJ made, JJ was JJ. But bro, stop riding dick, bro. God damn. But Tate is still like that nigga's route running, his hands, like he can prove to be great. You got to think about the fucking room they had. Them niggas had JSN, Harrison Jr., fucking they had like 3-4 other niggas. Who all them niggas had? Ohio State. They had Harrison Jr., they had JSN, I think Olave was at the end of his shit there.
Yeah.
Um, it was two other niggas them niggas had.
No.
Like, bro, like Tate can be that dude, and that's what it is with Notre Dame. That other what's his last name? Hart, some shit. Like he's good. He's good. It's just you don't get to see how good he is because Jeremiah Love. But I like Mike Washington Jr. too. But none of them niggas should have been taken in the first round. Second round, maybe. I wouldn't have looked at the ass of the third round, to be honest with you. That's why I feel like Seattle could have got the nigga at 64. Y'all had McCoy right there. Y'all just let us get Woolen. Woolen just became an Eagle. You had McCoy. McCoy is right neck and neck with Delaney. Top two corners in this draft. And y'all let McCoy go to take a running back that you could have got 30 picks down the line. You could have traded up from 64 to like 50 something and got that nigga. Or got another nigga that's just as good. Seattle fucked up. They fucked up when they let Walker go and then he go to Kansas City. And then they Speaking of Kansas City, I forgot to get to that shit. Peter fucking Woods. Peter Woods was another top 10 player for me in this draft. I believe Peter Woods was top 10. I got to remember and give y'all my actual top 10. Off the top of my head, I can try to remember. Woods, Downs, Bain, Love. Woods, Downs, Bain, Love, Sadiq. I know that's 5 of them. But yeah, man. McGuire. Peter Woods playing next to Chris Jones for the next few years and then taking over. I mean, at least their offense gonna get trashed soon, hopefully. Who did Kansas City take early? Oh yeah, they took the corner. So Kansas City went defense twice in the first round. They didn't get Pat no weapon. That's surprising. I thought that they would go Jordan Tyson early, but again, I feel the cornerback need. Where did Tyson end up going? He went to New Orleans, right? Yeah, I knew it would be 8 or 9 to Kansas City, but when Kansas City traded up, that's what made me think they would go get Tyson. But I was like, no, they need the corner. And just felt like they would get a receiver later, like Boston. But I don't think they expected Woods to be there, and they had to go ahead and go with best player over need. Boston in the second round, Hill in the second round. Who else fell to the second round? I saw KC Kisepion. I think I had predicted him to go to Cleveland. I think I predicted that. He went 24 to Cleveland. I think I predicted that. Boston. All right, you say that too loud. People gonna say you hate Shedeur. Boston, Hill. Who else went second round? Oh yeah, McCoy. Got some good players gonna be at the top of that second round. Top of the second round is always interesting. Always interesting. All right, I got 7 minutes before I hit an hour. Let me go ahead and wrap this shit up. The Eagles made a fucking trade with the Dallas Cowboys. So I was already mad. Because I'm like, why the fuck we doing deals with them? And I'm pretty sure we gave up more than what we got. We moved up 3 fucking spots from 23 to 20. And I'm like, who you about to take? The Arizona State lineman? Like, this nigga, that nigga? I'm like, they better not take no fucking receiver. Why the fuck would we trade up 3 spots for a receiver? Ain't nobody about to take no receiver. I guess we about to take the lineman. And then I think the Arizona State nigga did go like 21. So it's like, it made fucking sense to go ahead and take the tackle. I said, if we don't get Sadiq, take a tackle. These niggas took Malachi Lemon.
You know something about it?
Hold on, man. I'm cooking, bro. Shit. Malachi Lemon is a good wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. Just like the Tate shit, I don't fuck with USC. And I really don't fuck with them niggas in the NFL either. But I fuck with their receivers more than their quarterbacks. Their quarterbacks the ones that's always trash. Caleb Williams included. I don't fuck with Caleb Williams. But he did have a somewhat impressive second year. We'll see how he builds on his third year. I don't think it's going to be great. Just like I knew Jaden Daniels sophomore year. He was being crowned too soon. But we'll see. And with Caleb, it was double head. Because I don't fuck with Ohio State, I don't fuck with USC, and I don't fuck with Oklahoma. And Caleb went to 2 of them schools. But Lemon, he went to SC, so I already didn't want that. I much rather have had Boston. If these motherfuckers really gonna fuck up everything and trade AJ, Boston is the clear replacement. What is Boston? 6'4", 212? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Lemon is like 5'11", 6', 190. He does a little bit better than Devontae. My son wanted us to take KC. I said no. Even though I like KC, he's a great explosive player. I love him as a return man. I don't love him on the field opposite Devontae. And we just took a bigger KC, a slightly bigger Devontae. I like Lemon. I'm not trying to diss Lemon. I don't like that we're about to trade AJ Brown. If that's what the fuck is about to happen on June 1st, that's bullshit. Jalen, I love you. Please, please do your fucking job this year. We traded up to take a wide receiver, and in the second round, we probably gonna take a tight end. I don't think it's a lineman to take in the second round. I don't know, man. I don't know. We brought in Hollywood, who is not Hollywood no more. That nigga is Malcolm. We brought in that nigga Wicks. All right. This is what I said the other night. At his absolute best, AJ Brown is an A+ receiver. At his absolute worst, AJ Brown is an A- receiver. He's an A- to an A+ receiver. So let's say he's an A. We brought in 3 C+ niggas. At best. We just brought in 3 C+ niggas. Now Lemon, he's a rookie. So he's automatically only about a C+. Because ain't none of these niggas B's except for like a couple of niggas, at the top. Lemon ain't no B. So 3 free agents, Brown, Wicks, and Elijah Moore, which why the fuck are we bringing in AJ best friend if we trade AJ? But then again, Jalen was AJ best friend too. We just brought in 3 niggas who average out to be about a C+ if you combine them niggas. Then we draft another nigga. All 4 of these niggas are about a C+. They average out to be about a 77, 78 Madden grade overall. AJ Brown is fucking 94 to 98. How the fuck are we gonna replace one A+ receiver with 4 C+ niggas? Make that shit make sense. And we still got Devontae and Goddard, plus Saquon's a pass receiver. So guess what? And we got that young nigga Cooper. So guess what? These 4 niggas, number 1, all 4 of them not gonna be on the final 53. Number 2, if they are, all 4 of them not playing. This shit looking real fucking retarded, man. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't like it. I don't like that we gonna trade AJ. We better get a fucking haul. We know how bad New England want him, and we know how bad Buffalo needs him. We better get a fucking haul. This shit better make fucking sense. And I can't even think of a player on either one of them 2 teams that they would trade that I would want. Because the first thing I'm thinking of is somebody defensively, like a pass rusher. I don't see New England not giving us Milton back. What?
We wouldn't get him, but I want Greg from Buffalo.
Oh yeah, Greg from Miami, Raruso. I would love that nigga. Shit, nigga, they want AJ that bad. They better. What the fuck was you gonna say about Leonard? Because I'm about to get off her.
Pretty much apparently like the Steelers, they were like trying to call Lemon before the trade happened with us. Our trade went through with Dallas. Because they thought that like they were gonna be able to get him with that pick. They were like actively trying to call Lemon, or they actually got him on the phone or something like that. With Lemon, they were
Man, I don't give a fuck. Shit, we still shouldn't have took that nigga. I don't know. I'm gonna fuck with y'all, man. I appreciate you if you've been here. I appreciate you if you watched the whole hour. I appreciate you.